Hello everyone, I'm THPine and I'm here with Axsom and we're making maps today. Hi.
Hello.
So,
I'm currently trying to shove food in my face, so I'm doing great.
yeah, Axsom just got some pizza, so don't
It's
worry
great.
about his pronunciation.
I will not starve to death.
Yeah, that's good. Pizza is good. Pizza is map food, I've heard. It
Oh
helps
yeah.
making maps. So,
Gives +1 to creativity for 30 minutes upon eating.
that sounds like a decent buff. I should probably get some of those. Okay, someone asked the weekly question of, so you don't procedurally generate a map and then you populate it?
So I mean,
I'm gonna.
yeah, we'll
Wait,
answer
I
it
actually
again.
misread that. I didn't got it completely wrong. Let me
Oh,
let me let me use the bot command. Oh, sandwich was faster than me. Okay, there we go.
good
Yeah,
job, sandwich.
it's a common question. It's a common misconception. I know where you're coming from, but I hope this answers it. So yeah, we're gonna do maps today. As usual on Monday. I'm gonna try to not hover over the stream because then this happens and it looks awful, but excuse me if it happens from time to time. I cannot really stop it while navigating my desktop. So yeah, as usual, we're making maps. If you have any level created questions, feel free to put them in the chat. I'm THPine, the community manager, and with me is Axsom, who is our lead level designer, who is responsible for training our level gen algorithm, really, teaching it how to make good maps, and also responsible for 90% of the factories you see in game, I guess, or 100%. I don't know.
I don't know. You can ask Sando in chat if he's got any in the mix, but yeah,
Okay.
I'm like greater than 95% at this point since we've been weeding all the old ones out, and I think it's been a while.
Okay. Yeah, sounds good. So you wanted to experiment with something today?
Yeah. So today we'll do something a little different. Normally you see me like we're just kind of making factory maps.
It's
Today
a bit different today because you're eating pizza.
Oh, of course. But today we're going to be in Discord. A bunch of people were talking about a kind of like an unofficial room that I make occasionally. So if you've played, it'll be the No Man's Land with the crates. Had requests to see more of that, so I was actually going to experiment today with bringing back a extremely old tile from way back, like right after the Block Dude build, but before like public, and like any public info is coming out. So we're gonna remake the cargo container jungle today, and we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, that's
So it'll have kind of the same spirit of No Man's Land, but we'll see how it goes. There'll be a lot of over-unders and cargo tunnels and stuff like that, but it may take me the full 2 hours to do this.
Over under sounds scary. We usually stray away from those because they read horribly from the map.
Yep, we'll see how it goes. Again, we do it once, get feedback, and go from there.
Yeah.
And if I end up in a DPL match, I get pinged like crazy, and I'm sad.
Yeah, they will be angry at you.
Yep, just Pepe hands. Why you do this?
That's how we roll. We experiment with a very short feedback loop because we can make new maps every week. So this map will probably be in the game on Friday. So that's actually going to be in for the DreamHack tournament then. So.
Oh boy! No pressure. Before I get started, I'm just gonna check a couple things because I already saw what I kind of want to do here, but I'm just checking the size of this. Sweet. A little short.
Oh yeah. It would look a little weird if they wall breach it.
It's okay. I'll figure it out.
Okay.
Yeah, so basic idea is I'll take this area, kind of this like little L shape over here, like right here, and fill this with cargo containers. Like not necessarily fill it with cargo containers, but I want to put cargo containers all over the place. So kind of what my goal here is I want, and like, what I want to see happen, something kind of like this. Pardon the overlaps, I'll fix it later. But just kind of like something like that, where attackers actually enter like this cargo tunnel, and then exit like either over here or like over here. And we'll put some cargo containers in the middle, and it'll be great. Like this will be, you'll be able to get on top of the containers as well. So I fully expect if I make them, if I do not make the roofs bulletproof, that people will sit on the top and shoot down.
Oh yeah, or shoot out. In fact.
Yeah, or up. That works too.
Could create the an alien feel, maybe. Like you're running through those tunnels and hear people stomping
Yeah,
on
hear
your
them
roof.
stomping around. Yeah, they're
Just
coming out of the walls.
Shooting through the walls. They're in the walls, yeah.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. Since there will be no, like, kickable door into here, you'll just be able to enter. So you have to, like, you will have to sit there and listen. You can't just wait for the door kick and fire.
Makes me think of a spaceship tile set.
But a little bit.
Would be fun. Not sure how we would. I mean, it's the future. I guess Crims could have, like, it's pirates.
I'm sure
pirates.
there'll be vents you can go into. And, yeah, a reactor you can call. Oh wait, wrong game.
Yeah. This Crim looks hella sus.
Exactly.
Pretty sure he did go through the vents.
Yeah, red red Crim, extremely sus.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find the appropriate one. Oh, here it is. All right. Yep, that's the one. So, like always with making anything new, I have to do an extreme amount of surgery to make it do what I want. So, like, I don't want this wall to exist because I'm going to slap it up against here.
Mm-hmm.
So now we just need to go in, turn it off, make sure there is indeed nothing blocking me. So this is actually the physics debugger that I'm looking at. So all of these green like cubes are actually L-fizzes. So this is the layer that players cannot walk through. So when I'm making new things, I have to make sure that an object doesn't have an erroneous L-fizz just kind of blocking the way. And this one doesn't, so we're all good. I have to go in.
Yeah,
and
as you
check
can
all
see,
the...
there are a bunch of them on the roof for reasons.
Yeah, don't go up here, guys. I know you want to be on the roof, being roof ninjas, but you. Level Gen says no, you don't belong up here.
So is your idea, like, if this is going well, to make it more automated so it can spawn on its own?
Yep, if people like this, like, again, this is an old tile, people have been wanting I've had requests to see it back in the past, and I denied it in the past because we didn't really have the, excuse me, like, I don't want to say the tools, but it didn't make sense kind of in that iteration of Factory, but, like, I could see it at this point, so we're doing it now. But yeah, if it ends up being, like, enjoyable, or, after we if I get good feedback from the first time, right, like, we do it again, do it 2-3 more times, continue to get feedback until we can really iron out what is this room, what makes it fun, how do I automate this? Like, I have to answer those questions first before I can, shove it into the level generator and make it work automatically. If I don't have a set of rules that I can follow.
Yeah, so you're first doing manual iterations to figure out how should it be, what's the final form, and then you would automate it. If it's worth it. If not, at some point we decide, no, okay, it's not fun. Or it just doesn't work for some reason.
Yeah, then it just goes bye-bye.
So, important question from me, actually, not from chat. Can we be the tunnel snakes in these cargo tunnels?
Tunnel snakes rule.
We are the tunnel snakes.
Yes. Yeah, so here's where things get a little weird. Because I want this to be an entrance.
Oh yeah, you need to cut this off somehow?
So I just need to figure out how I want to do that. The typical answer is going to be, I janked the shit out of this.
Oh boy. Oh no.
Like I said,
but
it's first iteration is always real jank.
You cannot just squish the logo. Wait, which company is this? API something?
Look, it's okay. It's gonna vanish here. So.
The PR department will go after you for sure.
I'm sure.
So I don't have many questions, but I have a very positive comment I want to share with you. For what it's worth, I don't think I've had a single map I've played so far feel shitty.
So. Nice, thank you. I level feedback. level feedback tells me otherwise, but you know.
Fair enough.
I appreciate that. Where'd he go? Here he is.
I was about to say, that's the wrong part walled off now. Oh, you removed the logo? Okay, so...
Yeah, just
they're not
because you
gonna be
mentioned
angry.
it. PR is not on my ass now.
Yeah. Well, that's a fair solution. I guess it looks, if you look closely, it looks a little weird now because the bars
Yeah,
are not
these
lining
don't
up
line
on the
up.
top. Yeah, it's fine. Like if we would make this actually make a proper room eventually, we would just fix it otherwise. I mean, I guess if you look at it, really, they don't really line up on the original container either.
Yeah.
So, whatever at that point, I guess.
That's why I got rid of the logo, so it's less obvious that I just
Yeah.
squish the shit out of it. All right, let me see. I gotta turn some of these doors on. No, not those two.
Voxel is asking, Axsom, how your story with map making has begun.
Can you say that one more time? Cause
Voxel is asking how your story with map making has begun. So
oh, how did I start off?
I think that's the question. Yeah.
Yeah, so I know I answered this last time, but
That's true.
Yeah. So basically, I got hired on to do QA. Right, like back when I first started, like I was just doing QA, so I was doing what Ozzy does, like running around debugging shit. And we had a downtime because we were reworking. I don't remember what we're like. There was something being reworked, and we weren't actually testing a build because there was no like we couldn't build the game because we were like ripping out something important, and we had downtime. So they're like, hey, go make like go figure out how to do level gen, not necessarily level gen, but how to manipulate Unity and make make stuff for the new tile set, which was factory at the time. So they tasked me with making the old ops offices. So it's kind of like this, but there is a floor 1 and a floor 2, so you could go up and down. This is before we figured out that 2 floors is really painful. And yeah, I just started off by making offices, and as we, as the game came back online, I continued to, I was doing well, like, they liked the things I was making, they were tactically interesting, so I was like, hey, keep doing that, while, doing QA on the side, and eventually it's just like, hey, you're pretty good at this, you want, like, you should make maps, so I made maps, and here we are.
And we got someone else doing QA, and we
Yep,
got someone else doing community management, which is me.
Yep, so they, yeah, I'm over here doing maps now. It's not a very exciting story, but it's just like, yeah, I just kind of naturally moved into the position because I found it really interesting.
I find it funny how you like just stumbled into it, basically.
I mean, it was pretty cool to me. Like, level gen is just this like endless puzzle that just it feels more like a Zachtronics game. So if you've ever played like Opus Magnum, that's how level gen feels to me. Is manipulating level gen to do what I want.
I love Zachtronics games.
Is it? Yeah, it feels like.
I mean, it's especially if we're doing factory. I guess we're pretty close to Infinite Factory here. So.
Yeah, that's what it feels like to me when I do when I'm doing manipulating level gen. Is it feels like I'm fucking around in a Zachtronics game.
How do you make sure that the map is balanced for both teams?
I don't.
Experience, I guess.
Yeah, like I legit don't have a like if you're looking for like a metric that I use, like I hold my thumb up and go, oh, if I can cover this part of the map, it's balanced. Like there is no metric. It's just all based off feel. Like I've been doing this for like what 2 years now. Like I've made thousands and thousands of maps. I've gotten a fuck ton of feedback. I got a pretty good idea of what is and isn't like quote unquote balanced. But at the end of the day, I'm still gonna make a map that's imba just to get feedback on it. And this is why the explosion existed last time I did this. I forgot to delete the fucking explosion prefab. Rip.
Oh.
Yeah, thanks, you dillweed. No, I'm not.
Well, that went well.
Thanks, even though I have Slack notifications turned off, it still did it anyway. Thanks, Slack.
This was some experimental shit. don't look at it.
Yeah, don't worry about it. It's all experimental crap. Like this whole folder is loaded with experimental shit.
Yeah.
From just years past. Like a lot of this gets stripped out because it's all level gen related stuff. It just gets stripped out when we run our builds. So. Hold on a sec. Okay. Yeah, so like if I want to do this, this is a problem I have to solve. Because like I don't want people just doing this. You can see this, yeah, if there's a dude up here, like you're gonna be able to see them in this window. Yeah, right there.
Oh, interesting suggestion. Can you have one of the crates be open on top so defenders can throw mollies in it?
No. Not in this one. Maybe in the future, but not right now. Because I would need a way to show that on the map screen, and I don't want to struggle with that right now.
Good point, yeah.
Because like right now we're gonna assume that all of these are walkable. Like what I'm gonna do is, because I do want people walking on these. What I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna change the. I need to get a texture to put on top of here, and I know which one I'm gonna use. I'm gonna use the catwalk one, so it looks like you can get up here, and then. Like I'm gonna mark all of these entrances with the white swoops, so you know how to get in to imply that hey, you can go inside this thing as well as walk on top of it. But we'll see how that works out. I expect it to be a little confusing, but I mean, no guts, no glory.
I wonder if you actually have an answer to this one. What's your favorite part of any of the 3 tile sets you've made?
Are you looking for one per tile set, or just what's my favorite part?
I think over one thing, like the one thing out of all.
As in like a map feature, or just like?
I don't know. He's not very specific about it.
I mean, I haven't really thought about that. If there's like a favorite thing, I just like fucking around in level gen, dude. Like, I like Kill House just because I can. It's literally the fuck around and find out tile set. Like, pardon my French, but like. I can do all sorts of crazy shit with Kill House that you guys haven't even seen yet. Like with sub rooms. Like there's so much crazy stuff I can do with that, but that hasn't made it into actually no one map using my sub room club made it in so far, and I will probably see a couple more going in next week, and we'll see if people notice. But yeah, Kill House is probably my favorite just because it is totally experimental and I can do whatever the fuck I want with it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Like, in terms of like, after that one, if I'm ranking my favorite tile sets, it's probably Kill House, Factory, C-Store. Because I can do the most interesting things in Kill House. I can do interesting things in Factory, but it looks weird. And then C-Store like is C-Store. I can't really do too many like jank weird things there because it's a pretty well defined tile set.
Yeah. I mean, for me personally, if it comes to specific props, it's probably the arcade machine with the dude on the side, just because I got spooked by it at least once.
Oh, I've seen multiple people get spooked.
I actually got killed by that as well. Like I was shooting at it, and then was next
wasn't
moment.
There like an R6 guy that was playing over the weekend who got spooked by it too?
Maybe. Got Pengu maybe, or the other guy.
Yeah, I think it was like Pengu or the other guy. I seem to recall one of them making a comment about that guy, about the dude on the side.
If I'm thinking about rooms, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm pretty much all about experimentation. The more experimental a map is, like the more I can fuck around with the map and do weird and interesting things, the more I'm gonna like it.
I like the club room actually, and
dude, club was my very first room. Like I remember I made it again when I was learning how to make objects in level gen, like on my weekends, and when I would have spare time at home, I learned how to manipulate level gen by myself. Like I figured out how to spawn levels, make like change how things spawned in rooms, and then eventually figured out how to make rooms by myself. And club was the very first room that I made.
I see. It's definitely a staple of Kill House at this point.
I mean, unfortunately, like I put it in there as a haha funny.
Mhm.
Like, hey, look, I made a strip club, guys. Haha, cool.
Yeah.
But it actually wound up playing well, and we fucking kept it. And I'm like, I've always felt like I
Except for the
bastardized.
strip part, unfortunately.
Yeah, I always felt like I bastardized Kill House after that. Because before that, it really felt like a training range. But now you have this weird club in there, and I'm like, okay.
I mean,
Like,
I think
it's still
for
cool.
me, it's always,
don't get me wrong, but
like my headcanon is that this is a training range for a maneuver training for a potential situation where crims are like in a club and bombing it for some reason. But I
always just felt like it was kind of out of place.
It's a bit out of place, I guess. I want the cardboard cutout stripper back though.
I don't think she's coming back. Sorry. I mean, what cardboard stripper? We never had a cardboard stripper. What are you talking about?
Oh yeah, right.
Go make these different colors.
You got that.
Yeah, somebody. Yeah, is that Maelstrom?
No, it's Sandwich.
Okay, Sandwich. Yeah, Sandwich probably remembers when that got put in.
That was all. This is for you guys wondering. We're talking about stuff that was tested or played with or fooled around with under NDA. So you're not gonna find public record of any of that. This looks pretty claustrophobic already. I like it.
Looks pretty close to what?
Claustrophobic.
Oh, claustrophobic? Yeah. Uh-oh, where'd he go? He's over here. Let's get this guy. No, I think it needs to be this one. There we go. Good pivots.
I just enjoy watching you moving these things around. Since they're moving on axis, it looks so smooth.
Yeah.
Like when it just swoops around, or you move
them
forward and
it was
back.
Just this one was just set up like this. Like this is Bickle being a fucking magnificent bastard.
Oh, okay, I see.
Yeah, he set that pivot up specifically so you could do that.
Nice.
The other one will go the other way.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Oh yeah, that's. I mean, it's not a big issue, I guess.
That's an easy fix.
Oh, it looks.
I just make a chunky container.
Make it a bit more chunky.
Oh, my Z fighting.
Sniped asked if since the game has been in development for 6-ish years, did the team take breaks and develop on and off? Not really. It's more that we had a very small start.
Yeah, we only had like 4 people for a while, bro. Like, yeah.
I mean, it was literally a few people after high school, basically, working from their living rooms.
College.
For the most time, basically. So yeah. It's not. There weren't really breaks. It was just a very slow start.
Yeah, so when people think like, oh, you've been in development for 6 years, it was like, yeah, remember, it was like 4 people for a while.
Yeah. And even now, we're not a huge team. Like, we're 20 people, including everything. Artists, level designers, engineers, community managers, PR, administrative stuff.
We're not over here rocking the several hundred employees, you know, just yet. Like, we got like what, 2 networking engineers, so like that's why shit takes a while.
Oh yeah, I missed our audio obviously also. Also I have sound guys. Well, 1 really.
Yeah, Bulk's pretty cool.
Yeah.
really funny. It's really funny to me to watch him like working on stuff, and he uses a lot of placeholder assets. So like, you'll just hear stuff from other games like during some of the tests because it's all placeholder.
Oh, okay.
So you hear sound effects from like Halo and stuff. It's just like, what are you doing? But I mean, it's all just we just need placeholder sound effects.
Yeah. I mean, you could just take the sound effects for Kevin makes when he is animating recoil.
Oh, of course.
That was the most funniest stream I've ever done. Like the community hour stream where I had Kevin as a guest and he showed off his new gun recoil animations because, yeah, when Kevin is working on animations, he's just making gun sounds with his mouse because there's no sound in Maya, which is the software he uses. So to get the feel right, he makes the sounds himself, and it's really funny.
Sounds about right.
What's the first tile set you guys made?
Kill House.
Kill House?
Actually,
Okay.
I don't know if that's true. It might actually be C-Store. I wasn't around back then, so that's.
If I would
that's
have had to guess, I would have said C-Store, but it was not
It's
around,
one. It's one of the two, right? Because like, you have to realize like, first tile set was actually much different, and it didn't really have a name. It was just like
the Block Dude one.
No, it was after Block Dude,
Okay.
but before everything else. So like, if you look back through some of like the truly ancient videos, you'll see this weird like 2-floor tile set that had things like.
It's pretty dark, right? In a lot of videos. Or is
yeah,
that just
it was
because
like,
you play power every freaking round? I don't know.
Yeah, it was like it had like tiny closets, and the rooms were called like Red Room and Blue Room, and
Oh yeah.
and yeah, like it was much different than anything that's here. It felt very. Yeah, it felt very different, and that was kind of like the first tile set. Some of those assets are still in the game, but I don't know the name of them. I could look them up somewhere. They're somewhere in here. I just don't know where it is. But yeah, there's other stuff that was between now and then. But then like at some point, C-Store got made in the old version of Level Gen prior to what we have now, when it was generating them live, back when the trucks still moved around. That's when C-Store was a thing, but I don't remember if Kill House was a thing at that point or not. Like, Bickle would be the one who would truly know what the first tile set, like modern tile set, was that's still in use today. I think it was C-Store, but it could have also been Kill House. I don't know.
I would assume C-Store, but who knows?
Yeah, like I don't.
Bickle
I don't
knows,
know.
but he's not around. He's in the engineer stand-up right now. So
yeah.
Does Axsom mainly do the mapping, or does he work on other stuff on the team?
So I do mapping like this. I typically only do about 10 maps a week. Sandwich will do double or more. But I'm more focused on like what could be. So like making new things like this. That's what I focus on. So new tile sets, new rooms, like new ways to manipulate Level Gen. That's usually what I'm working on. Like Sando will do that too, but like that is my primary focus. Just kind of getting our map visible swoops ready.
When do you feel the game is ready to release? Well,
I'm not ready. I cannot answer that question.
No. I also can only give a vague answer, but basically, at least all the stuff. Well, I don't know. You can do, there's an early access section on our store page, that goes a little bit into detail about that, or gives a rough idea. I recommend giving that a read.
Why does Unity hang when I clip through this angle? Like, look at this. It's just like, what are you doing? Yeah. That's.
What is going on there?
I don't know. It's hitching real bad.
I love the feeling of this already. Just going through these.
you're gonna be able to get on top of them too.
Yeah.
So you're gonna be able.
I'm not sure how the tactical implementations of it will be, like if it's actually going to be fun to play, but it definitely
I have no idea.
It feels great already for sure. So I'm looking forward to actually encountering it in game.
It's not gonna be jumpable. Okay. Yeah, so this was kind of the first idea I had with stuff like this. Was just like little cargo containers that you can run in and out of. I will probably make some more over here. Like I'm gonna put the no man's land right here. So like the two cargo containers that are next to each other that you run in. But then I'm gonna turn it into a big stack of them. So like you're not gonna be able to shoot over, but you can go inside.
Yeah, those are penetratable, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I believe these are set to thick. Let me check.
Just for as a reference for chat, I'll probably not gonna answer most non-level related questions. I'll answer some of them in chat, but probably most of them not on stream. So if you have level questions, feel free to put them in chat. I mean, you can ask other questions as well, but I might not answer them. But I'll welcome you to come back on Wednesday when I do the community hours stream. I do a big Q&A there, so you can ask me anything about the game on Wednesday, or just head to the Discord and ask there.
Yeah, we're usually pretty active in Discord.
Because like
I live in level feedback.
If I answer every non-level related question here in stream, we're not gonna get much level stuff done. So we'll focus on that.
Yeah. Plus, I get bored. You don't want that.
I mean, you have pizza. I guess it's empty now.
No, I need to go get more slices. I'm hungry. Actually, I'm gonna do that right now.
All right. Well, you could have at least left us with a more enjoyable view than this one. Yeah, basically in Discord we have the questions
it's like 20 steps. Leave me alone.
Okay, fine. In Discord we have the questions and answers channel. It's basically you can people like a lot of community members are very active in there and answer questions, but also sometimes the devs or me. Well, I'm part of the devs team, but like mostly me is what I'm trying to say. But also other devs are joining in there and answering questions. And if you have like some deep or more high level design, like game design questions, Ask the Team is a great place to ask questions there. Or well, yeah. I guess everything level related can be asked in level feedback as well, because as Axsom just mentioned, he basically lives in there, so.
That's my home. Please don't trash the place. I just vacuumed.
Is the level gen just like a long if-else chain, or is it ML based? It's not machine learning based. I would not call it a long if-else chain, but I mean, it kind of is, I guess.
I wish I could make it. Let me put it this way. I wish I could actually put if-thens in here. I've actually made that joke before because it doesn't.
Okay.
It doesn't do if-thens. I wish it did. I wish I could make it do that though.
Yeah, no, it's basically a big tree, a probability tree. Is a good way of thinking about it. Like you start at the root, and then you have like a chance to spawn a thing, and it either spawns it or it doesn't. And if it spawns it, the thing can spawn sub things. Like it spawns a room, and the room can spawn sub rooms or props or whatever.
Right here.
Yeah, good example.
Right here's factory. So here's all of factory contained in a file. Goes, hey, okay, what rooms do I spawn? It's like dock, main floor, office, shelving, and then side rooms, and all of them have probabilities. So like most of them are like, hey, spawn one of these, but like down here on the side rooms, I give it 3 rooms and say pick 2. And then you can go inside these, and these all have configurations of how does this thing spawn, what's its name, what's the room label, like what kind of walls does it spawn, what like is just everything is contained within these files.
Yeah. So, someone asks how you will probably see in a moment, but how do you plan on getting people on top of the crates? Just from office, or
office?
Will you also add like a tilted crate?
Only way up there. Only way up there. Office. Okay. I want to give people a reason to be in. Like if you're in office, here's the benefit of holding office is you can get on top of these crates.
How many maps are in the pool right now? I believe still around 150, if that didn't change.
I have no idea.
Something along those lines.
I'd have to go count. Ozzy would know. All I know is it takes like 10 hours to fucking bundle them. It's a long time, dude. It's a lot of maps. Sorry, I'm stuffing my face right now.
Sure. I'll just gonna answer a few questions we've heard
Yeah.
a lot, so I know the answers pretty well at this point. Will we add more interactive things in maps? Yeah, that's the plan. Those are interesting. Elevators specifically, however, probably not, because movable things are very scary when it comes to network code. Like getting those things synced up properly causes a lot of issues. Like if we have an idea that seems really valuable, we might go for it, but it's a lot of work to get those things ironed out and work properly. So usually more simple, or not moving stuff, rather like interactable. Sure, moving is a big ask, basically.
I love interactable shit.
Absolutely, it makes for great plans.
It makes maps more interesting.
Will you add more maps? Oh yeah, go on. Sorry.
No, I was just saying it makes maps more interesting and gives you a greater breadth of opportunity for doing something interesting. I think Vault Door is an excellent.
Vault Door is great.
Yeah, it's an excellent example of like kind of what we want to see out of our movable objects, because it's like you're basically moving a 2x1 section of wall around. And if you use it right, you can do some pretty big brain shit.
Yep. Will you add more vertical elements like skylights, roofs? Yeah, sure.
I mean, do you not see what I'm doing right now?
This is vertical stuff, so yeah. Vertical stuff is always a little tricky because you have to make it readable from the map, which is a little bit tricky sometimes. But it's definitely fun to have map levels not be all flat, like one floor only. So we're definitely experimenting with it from time to time. And when an experiment goes well, it becomes a new staple, so.
I gotta turn off this layer. Go away. Here we go.
Do you have a plan to add second story maps in the future? We had some in the past that caused a lot of issues, but we definitely want to look into that concept again. We have to iron out the flaws though. I like how when you move these things, it looks like there would be like that could just be an animation, right? There's like basically keyframes for an animation, just like swing open. Are there any plans once a lava gen is in a good enough state to just gen a map before a game? Nope.
Nope, it is impossible to do right now due to the way we do our light maps.
Yeah, that's one reason, and also we talked about this at length in the last stream, so I'm not going to go into detail. But basically, it would be like getting the level gen to 80% of making the map is basically what we have already, and that's doable. The last 20% are super hard though. Like teaching the level gen a few things. Like the level gen is good at some things, but really bad at others, or it's really hard to teach it.
Level gen's really good at playing Tetris. Level gen's really bad at putting cover in optimal spots.
Exactly, and that's way easier for a human to do. So, yeah. But what we want to do though, because a lot of people are complaining about the weekly updates and stuff. Not in chat right now, but I know that's a general concern. We eventually want to move to a system where you will download the map the moment you play it, so you don't have to download all the maps at the start of the week, or end of the week rather.
Yep, so you're not constantly downloading the same like 3 to 4 gigabytes over and over. It's just like, hey, there's new maps out, and as you play them, it just downloads it.
Yeah, because like I guess one map would not be too big, so you could download it during the loading screen, or we create a buffer or something like that. We will figure something out.
Yeah, I don't know the solutions or how that would work, but like I know that is something we're looking at, is like trying to get rid of that, like again, like weekly 3 gigabyte download, because it's a little ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, it's not totally ridiculous if you're looking at other games, but I know where the concern is coming from. Like it's a reasonable concern, especially for people who have like slow internet or data caps. So.
I think it's more the data caps than anything else.
Yeah, probably.
Or at least that would be my concern.
Any plans to remake Windows on Factory to make throwing grenades easier?
I don't understand the question.
I think they're concerned about, like, if you're throwing grenades through the windows, they can end up hitting the bars. I assume that's what they're thinking about.
Are we talking about this?
No, on factory, the big windows and
This is the kill house window.
yeah, but factory.
Let's talk about. This is the one I use on factory. This is the generic window
No,
that I use.
not that one. The big one at the top, like the second floor windows.
Wait, these?
No, outside.
These?
Yes.
No.
Okay.
It's meant to be a skill.
All right.
It is a pain in the ass, though. I do recognize this. It is a pain in the butt, but
Yeah,
we
it's
could
kinda
get
hard.
we could get rid of the crossbar, right? Like we could go in and remove all of the geos. But if we remove the geos, now the fucking UAV can see through,
Oh, wait.
and that would be horrible.
Wait, why? Will it not just be blocked by the glass?
I mean, what happens when the glass gets shot out, my dude? Did you not play when that was a thing? When
yeah,
when
I remember. That was.
Yeah, when all the defenders would do would just be to spray, or all the attackers would do would spray all the windows, so the UAV would just kill everyone.
I forgot that for a moment. Yeah, that was not fun. So right now the UAV is blocked by the bars, actually.
Part of it.
Okay.
It's why it can't maintain. Like it can still see
Hey,
through.
Duke.
Yeah, he's
Duke
whining.
is saying
What's
hi
up,
to
buddy?
stream.
Yeah, what's up? Oh, he wants my pizza. He's being a douche. But
It's just-
yeah, come on, buddy. You don't need my pizza. You think you do, but you don't. So because the crossbars are here, as the UAV scans, it might see somebody, but the line of sight gets broken up by the crossbar, which I believe resets the timer. So as it
I
goes,
see.
you might get lased, but it won't ever have a long enough lock on time to
To
actually
actually
kill you.
shoot. Yeah, that's reasonable.
I'm trying to find the one that doesn't have in it that is just like a solid object rather than being composed of several like of these little smaller ones. Is that it? Yeah. Wait, no, this is just an FBX. Fuck. There it is. Okay, cool. Okay, so what I need to do is make this map visible appropriate. Yeah.
Stack those boxes.
Yeah. Here we go. Sorry, it was the OCD in me. I had to make sure that it was like touching and there wasn't like an air gap.
I mean, you know how it goes. If there would be a gap, someone would complain about it in level feedback.
Okay.
So
Okay, I'm just covering my butt.
just saved you a few seconds there. Any reason for your coloring choice,
Nope.
or is it just for variation?
It's just for variation, just so it
Okay.
doesn't all look the same. Because otherwise, if it's just a big swath of red, it's gonna look weird.
Yeah, that's true.
That it makes it easy. Like in this case, it would make it easier for callouts because you could say he's over by the yellow crate,
Yeah.
stuff like that. Okay. Let's
Do you want to
see.
fix up the wall breach thing?
Yeah,
Or
I'll get
is
that later.
Okay.
That's not important.
Yeah, I was just wondering if you want to keep that way or.
But it is important. I'm
Yeah.
trying to get the rest of the room because
I
that's
think
like
would
this is a fairly minor detail.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna put something. I'm gonna put like some boards or something in front of it. It'll be minor.
Okay, yeah, I guess we can just block the line of sight. It would be a weird pixel peek from office otherwise. So.
Of course, that's why I don't. That's exactly what it's like. I'm gonna fix it because
Yeah.
otherwise it's a pain in the butt.
So there was one No Man's Land map rotated in last week, right? Is that a new one, or was that an old one that was got re-enabled?
No. I mean, there was one that got unbugged, and we put it back in. But there's another one that I made.
So both, actually, two.
Yeah. Yeah. So there was one that got kind of brought back, and then I made another.
Okay. Because I watched Koda's stream earlier, and he was playing in a map with it. That's where I recognized it.
I'm trying to figure out how much bullshit I want to do right now.
I mean, probably a good idea to keep it simple at first, right? So it's not.
Well, what I'm thinking of doing. Well, just let me.
Okay.
So I'm thinking of doing. Bridge the gap.
Mm-hmm. Okay, but do you go to like where can you go from there?
So you'd basically. So basically you'd go from office to the second floor part. Yep, and then this connects to shelving.
Oh, that connects to shelving. Okay.
Yep.
Is fan on the other side, or do you want to put it there?
No, I'll probably put one there though. But I mean, it's gonna be super fucking strong if I do.
Yeah.
Like you have to think because it's gonna be able to shoot literally straight through office, and you're gonna be likely able to see anybody down here. So yeah, I gotta be real careful. So like, I'll probably put it here, but then again, you can cover this exit, which is like, I want defenders to be able to run around this area, not come out here and get murked. So it's like, I'd have to put it here, but yeah, then you can like, actually, let's just test that.
Do you have a backstore of all the maps?
What?
Like, do the old maps still exist?
Oh fuck! It's gonna error out. God damn it! I'm not connected to the VPN. There we go. Oh, piece of shit. Yes, I was gonna bring up the archive of them all, but yes, I believe we have almost every map we've ever made.
Most of them would not be compatible with the current state of the game.
Yeah, so like there's been a lot of changes between the beginning of level gen and now. Like there's a lot of those old levels will not load in the current state of the game, or other levels just will not function properly. Like there will be no lights just because we've changed how lighting works. There'll be no audio because we've changed how audio works. Like the systems that level was built on are deprecated and don't work anymore. So if we threw an ancient map in, it just would not function.
Yeah.
Like anything made prior to the network refactor is just dead. We can't touch it. Like it just will not work because all the networking layers changed so much.
For a map called Factory, I find there is not a lot of production going on. Seems like more of a warehouse.
You are correct, and don't worry, we're working on that.
Yep, that's gonna change soonish.
Yeah, so like this whole area with shelving is getting changed into something else, and yeah, it should fill your statement. Don't worry, you're not the only one who sees this. I see this too. Yeah, see, like if I put fan here, you can just see. Like you can see that guy, and he's standing on top of the cargo container on the other side. So you'd just be able to mark him.
That's a nasty angle.
It's not even just that it's not even just a nasty angle. It's just it's like you can't even be up there as a defender.
Yeah, I guess it would be pretty much denied
at
that point.
Just like hello.
Yeah,
I see you.
I mean, also good counter snipe to defend, but
yeah, I don't like it.
What are your thoughts on the map color for C-Store factory shutters? Seems weird that they look different, even though they
I
work
hate it.
almost exactly the same.
I fucking hate it.
Yeah, we have to streamline that. I agree. It's a cause of confusion for new players for sure.
Definitely.
Sniped asks, are community ideas for maps, tilesets, parts of a tileset ever accepted? Of course, if it was explained and planned well. I mean,
this is literally what I'm doing right now.
Basically, yeah.
That's literally what I'm actively doing. Is there was a community request? People have liked the No Man's Land and wanted to see more of the cargo container bullshit, and that's what I'm doing.
Yeah. Overall, the thing is, like, there's so much that can be done. Like, there's so many ideas, and there's so many ideas have been voiced in the past. So many ideas have been come up by the team already. It's unlikely that you come up with something that's gonna replace something that's on our to-do list. Like, we have a long list of things we want to do, we want to try out, we want to add to the game, based on like years of ideas piling up and judging them, looking at them, and prioritizing them. So yeah, we're open to new ideas, but it's just unlikely you come up with something that's something we didn't hear before, and on top of that is so good that it's actually gonna be high enough in the priority list to ever see the light of day.
Oh, I don't know if I can do this because it would look really weird from the map. I gotta think about this. Yeah, I don't think I can do what I want to do here, because otherwise it's gonna get real. So the problem is, so here's the shape I have right now. So it's like this weird little U shape, and I was like, oh, it'd be cool if people could go through it. But on the map screen, I have to cut the top off this.
Because of bomb?
Because of bomb, because you can go under this. So if it's like this, it's fine, because the implication is that I can run around, I can run around up here. Wait, so maybe I actually do. Maybe I do.
The angle's so screwed up right now. This looks really weird.
Oh, it's on an isometric view.
Oh, okay.
I mean, isometric view is actually pretty cool if you want to see a cool way to look at a level.
Oof.
Like, it looks like an old school, like.
Yeah, this makes me not feel so great actually. Oh,
hello, ISO.
Stop
hello,
doing
ISO.
that.
I think I just need to delete these so you can stand on top of it. I think this is what needs to happen. Otherwise, it doesn't make sense from the map view. Just gonna delete you. Goodbye. I can run around on top of it. This is gonna be interesting if anybody ever is able to hold the bomb from up top. Like, there's a guy defusing, you just shoot through the floor.
I mean, this opens up a huge sideline from shelving, though, if you remove the containers from the bomb.
That's fine.
I mean, as long as we don't put the fan there, which we already decided not to.
Like, I think what's gonna happen is that I'm gonna put red door dock. I'm gonna put entrance in toxic that leads out onto shelving, and then green door over here, or green door in this back room. I can knock this glass out. It can't exist. It's plank time.
Why do we need a plank here, or just to make it more
Because
obvious?
the cargo containers are not tall enough for
Oh,
you to
so you
make
can
this
get back
jump.
in. I
Yep.
see. Yeah. I was only concerned about getting out. Like, why would you need a plank? But I guess to get back in, this might be. Actually, I guess you probably can. I know. Just if you crouch through there, this might get a little iffy to get through the window. These windows are pretty iffy already. I mean, they're getting a
You have
rework, by the way, but
you have
for
to
now.
fucking crouch through them anyway. Like, I don't see the problem.
Yeah, but I was just wondering if the plank is like putting you a few pixels too high and you might get stuck or something.
I don't think so. Your head
Okay.
already clips through this, my dude.
That's true. That's true. I cannot wait for them to get in.
Oh yeah,
version,
me
like-
too. I can't wait either. Are you ready for Mega Plank?
I'm not sure if that's gonna work, but I'm gonna read it out to you anyway. So about like, he's concerned about the readability earlier, where you remove the cargo containers on top. And he mentions that you could copy the no man's land, put one on top of the other, and delete the floor from the one above. And then the
I
map
didn't
view would
understand
work.
the damn thing you just said.
Like acoustic, or because
No, I just don't understand what you're trying to say.
Okay, so basically, I'm not sure if that's actually resolving the issue, but basically the idea is to taking the container that's no man's land, right, the one with the bomb is in,
Yeah.
and copying it and put it on top of the other, and then removing the floor. I'm not sure
Oh, so okay. So he's basically suggesting I have this be a room with a vaulted ceiling. I don't know how this
Yeah.
solves anything. That's not
yeah, I
solving
think that reads
problem.
the same way from the map, right? Because
I mean, it
that's
doesn't.
not how this works.
It doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't matter because like the
Yeah.
roof was already deleted before.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you're asking for a vaulted ceiling, but like the main issue is with what I was trying to do is, okay, I'm a man who is sitting over here and I want to cover shelving, which is over here. So the way I had it before, right, is there was a cargo container here, right, and then I had a hole here, and then there was a cargo container over here as well. So this is kind of what we were looking at. So if I'm over here on the map screen, I can't tell that I can shoot over. I can't shoot over this, but I can shoot over this. But I can tell that I can't shoot over that though. But this height and this height are the same. But why can't I see this height?
Yeah. I mean, I think he thought that adding the no man's land one floor higher would solve this and make it look different on the map view, but it doesn't. So
it doesn't look.
That's why I said I don't think this solves the issue.
Yeah. So like if
it's
we back,
just-
if we like, yeah. So if we like back up to what I was doing, I can reassemble it real quick. So if I like do this. Yeah, so this is what we're looking at, right? It's like here's the scenario that I had built. And it's like, okay, cool. Like you run through here, you get on top of this cargo container, you've got this neat little place you can like this little U you can sit in. And then you cross like I'd put another thing go over here. Okay, cool, whatever. Problem is again, if you are a defender and you're looking at the map screen, you can see it already. Like here's the problem. You're like, I want to sit on top of this and shoot this way. I want to shoot this way and cover the guys up here because it looks like there is nothing here.
Yeah.
When in reality, there is.
Yeah, and that's just
shitty.
But that's just how, because that's just due to how the no man's land container renders on the map view, and changing its height doesn't change that. So
yeah, it's like from the map view, it just like changing its height won't change that. Like the other thing I could do is I could potentially leave, like I could raise this up and then add the walls, but kept like make sure I add all of the walls and shit. I could do that. I'd still have to chop the roof off. You'd still be able to see the walls. I don't know how that would look from the in-game map view. It might look weird. But yeah, I could potentially do that, but that's gonna have me duplicating what was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different map visible layers. So, I mean, let's fucking do it, but it's a lot of fucking shit. Yeah, I understand what he was trying to say now. I understand. This is actually a good idea.
Okay.
It took me a bit to wrap my head around it, but no, this is good. This is fine. So you duplicate this, but this.
I still don't see how this helps, but I'm
It'll
just
be
gonna
fine.
wait it out.
Yeah, just wait it out. You'll see. It actually solves it. Problem is I don't think I can knock the floor out.
No.
Yeah, I don't think the floor prefab is. It is. Yeah, this actually works out. This is actually kind of what we wanted. The only problem is the frame gets in the way, but whatever.
I mean, I guess
Yeah,
that
this works.
reads somewhat okay from my view.
It reads better. Let me get the rest of it out.
But is it just open now on the top?
Yep. You'll see in a sec. Let me just finish
Okay.
making this. Yep, so here's how it looks from the map. So if you tilt over to the side, you can see that this is taller. Like there's more. There's like keep in mind that there's more stuff rendering when it's in game. Like I don't I don't have that right now. I think I can actually. No, I can't. I can't give myself that. But yeah, there's shaders and stuff running, so this will be more pronounced. Or I could do. Can you like this?
Okay, so basically this works out because you can see the walls on map view.
Yeah, now you can see if you tilt the angle to this, if you tip your camera to the side, you can see that this thing is actually quite tall.
Yeah, okay.
But it is still hollow.
So why does it show these but did not show the containers earlier?
What are you talking about?
I mean, if you put containers on top of it, it didn't show them on the map view.
Remember, this is a different map visible mesh. So like this right here is just one solid object. But what he was suggesting that it took me a little bit to understand was we're copying all of the map visible meshes and basically pulling up the exterior walls of it. That's the piece that took me a little bit to get. But the roof is still missing.
Okay.
So we can see inside. Yeah, the only piece I don't like is that you can see the crossbar. Maybe I can get. Oh no, it looks like shit. You can see all the fucking hard angles.
Oh yeah.
Unfortunate. Yeah, because that looks a little funky, but I think it's better than what we had before. Yeah, but whoever suggested that, I don't know if that was Derby, but thank you.
No, it was.
That was a good idea.
Oh god damn it. Row 1 live.
Yep, that was a good suggestion. It took me. Sorry, it took me a little bit to understand. Oh, hold on. That's a question I need to actually figure out if you can spawn in here or not. Because if you can spawn in the second floor one, that's real bad. Oh, you can. It's a good thing I checked. Good. Get out of here. Yeah, all the floors and all these cargo containers have the spawnable surface script on it, so you could technically spawn in the second floor one.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it wouldn't be too bad. You would fall down, I guess, but.
No, you wouldn't. You would be stuck in this crate forever.
Oh. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, this is why we check these things.
Yeah, because if you don't find them, then Ozzy will probably find them and yell at you.
Oh, that's the question. He may only spawn in once and he may not find it. Like I trust him to figure it out, but that's an insidious one right there because you have to like actively think about it.
Good point.
And it's like a quirk of the he's not gonna know what object I placed here.
Yeah, it's true. How would he? Yeah.
There's no way
he would not even think about spawning there probably. So. That's
maybe he
that's
would.
a very long plank. Is there? People have suggested to replace it with something else.
No,
like a pillar in the center.
I want comically long plank.
Okay. We're in a circus now.
Look, this is the 2x4 place was having a special. It does look really ridiculous though.
Yeah. The Nuclear Dragon asks if you could not have just made like changed the crates on top of the No Man's Land to like render on map but not on satellite view. But I don't think you can do that on.
I could, but I want it to I want it to be understandable in both map views, right? Like, there's times where I'll screw with that. I've done that before, right? Where like the crates are visible on map view but not sat view. Oh,
Yeah.
that also reminds me. I need to put this back on the default layer instead of roof layer. Okay, there we go. It was on roof layer, so roof layer never renders on map, so like you'd have been able to see that weird slit in the top of these things and been like, can I get in there? One thing I'm kind of considering doing, actually let's just do it. Oh no, I can't because I need to delete the floor. I had this thought. It would have been really cool because you can wall charge these if you could wall charge into this crate and drop down.
Oh, yeah. That would be amazing. Can we make that happen? That would be a very, very fun wall charge spot.
I mean,
you would have to get rid of one of the wall. Yeah, like that. It's a bit iffy, I guess.
Oh, I mean, so this is gonna fuck with occlusion culling because the slit is so small. Like, I don't think it's worth. It would be really cool though, but. Maybe if this ends up being fun, we get actual versions of these, or we get taller versions of these, which are the same size as like the office one, and then we do we make this more official. Or I'm just using the existing cargo containers right now rather than like ripping up the office ones, because everybody likes Mega Board. By everybody, I mean me. So I'm changing the tags on these so people can walk on them.
"23 LP apparently lives in the future." He writes, "Bro, I'm already having fun playing this map."
Oh god, doozy.
Where's the green door going to be? That's a good question.
Right there.
There we go. One red door on dock, you said? Where will be the other one?
It'll be right here.
And no, the other one.
I'll just do that so people quit asking.
Okay.
Okay, bring them over here. Actually,
Will repelling ever be possible in due process?
I have no idea. That's a engineer question.
Yeah. I'm not sure. Would it be? I wonder if that would be hard.
I mean, it's basically just you take each of these. Like, you think about it, like you're gonna need an attach point, which is probably gonna be the middle of all of these.
Yeah.
And then from there, you need the only real thing you're saying is, hey, you're now moving along a vertical incline, and here's your stopping point.
You need a way to get in eventually, but.
Yeah, you'd need that. It would be a canned system. I don't think it would be as open as you're thinking it is. Like swing up anywhere or inside. Like no, you'd need like specific mount points, which we could technically do, but like I don't know the engineering cost of that because you got animations, you got to write the system, you got to set up all the assets. Like it's not just something you
would do willy-nilly.
Possible, probably. You know, worth it. Big shrug. Like I'm not. These
Yeah,
aren't
that's
my
always the
decisions to make.
question.
Like if gameplay comes to me, if the gameplay engineers come to me and go, "We're doing repelling," it's like, okay, cool. I'll design maps around it, but I'm not the one who designs those systems. Is there a map visible version of these fuckers, or am I gonna have to do some real jank stuff? Oh, there is. Sweet. But he's on the wrong layer. Okay. See, this is why I don't do custom stuff, because it takes forever.
Yeah.
Because there's so much shit you have to consider. Like I'm just turning on like map visible stuff so people can see it. Oh, and I inadvertently turned on a lot more shit than I should have.
You're really in sailor mode today.
Sorry. Well, when I'm going through all this tedious stuff, I kind of it comes out, you know.
It's fine. We just consider this stream not to be PG-13, I guess.
I'm sorry.
I mean, I'm European. I swear all the time. I'm trying to hold back hard during streams.
Yeah,
I know that most Americans are a little bit, or some Americans are a little bit
I'm worse.
sensitive
I'm
about
sorry.
it.
I have a sailor mouth. It's bad. Okay, so I need a different texture. I don't think this is gonna work. I think I'm gonna have to make my own, like, I think I'm gonna not make a custom texture, but I'll have to do some really jank stuff.
Someone asks a question in chat that before I read that, I actually want to ask you a different question that's kind of related. So I actually didn't try, but I heard that in some of the Defender planning rooms, you can actually get on the table, and some you can't. Is that true? And
I believe so. I don't know why.
Okay.
Like I'm pretty sure it's the one you can jump on top of is the kill house one, and then the rest of them you can't. I don't know why.
Maybe.
Like I don't know if your head bumps into the ceiling in the other one or some shit. Like I don't know.
That might be it.
I have no idea. I didn't set up that play space.
Okay.
He is asking the important questions though.
Well, that was more my question related to the original question, which was why can't our characters jump up onto desks or objects that look like it should be able to jump onto?
I will make it look like you can't jump on top of them.
That's the plan. So if you find any that are irritating or like breaking your expectations, then please bring them up in level feedback and we can take a look. But usually most desks cannot be jumped upon for balancing reasons, so we usually try to put enough stuff on them or whatever to make it not look like you can get there. But yeah, as I said, if you find one that seems like it should be jumpable and isn't, then bring it up in level feedback. We'll take a look.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to do the really jank stuff.
What are you doing there anyway?
I have to apply the cargo container texture to the top, or not the cargo container, but the catwalk. If I can click it. The catwalk, walkable, map visible, surface.
Oh, so it reads better from map?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. As you mentioned, that's why we don't do so much custom stuff, because it takes a long time. So basically, someone asked earlier, like if this is all, if making maps is always this manual, basically. And
no.
it's like somewhat, yes, it's the general workflow, but we're experimenting right now, which means we have to mess with a lot of stuff manually, which would usually be applied automatically.
Yeah, I'm doing a lot of jank stuff right now.
Yeah, if
like this is not part of the normal workflow at all.
Yeah, this specifically not. Yeah. Well, like looking at the level and moving stuff around and stuff like that. That's what I was
like
referring to.
this is what it takes to make something custom. Like this is why you don't see this as often. Like it's like I don't even know if I should be doing this on stream or not, but like this is just what it takes to put something like new into the game. Like when we're trying stuff out. Like yeah, it'll read kind of like that from map screen. As you'll see this like this lattice over the top of it, so it'll look like you can walk on top of it. Which is better than nothing, because it just looks like it's a hole.
Yeah, but basically if this experiment turns out successfully and is fun, we might eventually make it a proper room with proper rules and create the props necessary for that, and then all of this will be way more automated.
It'll be less jank. Yeah, this is just gonna look like poo no matter what I do. Curse you, map visible.
Yeah, this definitely requires some manual extra work here.
Oh yeah, a lot.
Yeah, that's why I said we're only making one map today. So
yeah, I'm only making one map because it's like I said, this thing is going to consume all my time. But yeah, so it's like it's got this like little lattice network on top of it now. So when you're looking at it from map view, like it looks like you can walk on top of it.
So it doesn't show the. So from satellite view, it doesn't render the roof.
Yeah, I'm thinking
right?
I'm thinking about that right now. Like you're actively looking at the 2-floor problem. Like
Yeah.
how do I do all of these things? Because like I'm gonna have to turn the roofs, like the rooftop of these things, all onto. Hang on, let me just.
Yeah, that's exactly one of those issues. One of those issues we struggled with in the past when it comes to multiple floor stuff. Is this container tunnel going to have really messed up lighting?
I have no idea. We'll see.
We'll find out.
I gotta watch it bake, and even if it does, I have lights that are designed to go in there.
Okay.
So it's okay. Like these used to be office containers a long time ago, before we made the upgraded one. It's like before we made this was office, like for factory. It was this same object. So there is a light that goes in there. So even if it does bake like shit, I just slap one of those lights in each of those containers and it'll light fine. So I think this is kind of how it has to be. Is the split mode like this? I like to imagine that the swoops will imply that you can go in here.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I don't know that for sure. But I mean, when you're looking at it from map view, like
I mean, this looks decent.
That's like you'll readable. You'll kind of like see this lattice network.
Yeah, putting the catwalk readability thing in there was pretty clever. I'm gonna have to say.
Yeah,
like,
it looks a little
really good. Readable.
Yeah, it looks a little weird where the things overlap, but
yeah, I mean they don't look great, but they're easy to understand. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah, it gets the idea across that hey, I can go on. There's a thing up here. This is connected to this. Like I think it gets the point across of what I'm trying
from
to.
From map view, from satellite view.
Satellite view.
You know there are doors, so I guess you would assume you can go through there.
Yeah,
and I mean
so like,
it's fine. Most people use map view for reading the map, like getting the general map layout anyway, and satellite view for details. So in that case,
problem is I want to put stuff in these containers. So.
Okay. Well, we'll see in the end.
I'll put like a water crate and some other stuff in there, so there's a little cover in there.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But yeah, like you're actively looking at the 2F problem. Like this is the problem we have to solve. Is how do I tell you that you can go inside this?
Yeah.
And on top of this. Like this is like I'm not gonna be able to solve the problem unless I don't make it. So. Like, if I just avoid it like it doesn't exist, like it'll never get solved. So the more we experiment with shit like this, the more you know we get ideas and figure out how to solve these things.
Do you have a system in place that gives certain maps a higher chance of appearing in player matches,
No.
like this map to gather feedback on it faster?
No.
But I believe there is some algorithm that looks at how often you play the map already and tries to choose one that you.
Yeah, but I think what he's asking is, can I, I as a developer, force this thing to spawn more? No.
Yeah, no, I just wanted to add on top of this. I mean, this is good. No, go on.
No, I was just to say, like, what I believe the server does do is it looks at all the profiles that are in a match and goes, what map have these people not played, and then it'll pick one of those.
Yeah. Which means when this map comes out as a new one, then it actually has a higher chance of showing up because
exactly, like when it first appears in the pool, it should have a higher pick rate.
Yeah. So are you happy with the crate tunnel for now?
No, I'm just getting this here so I don't forget. Okay. Why are you off by like a tiny bit? What's going on, bro? There it goes. Yeah, I'm just getting him there, so just because I noticed it and was like, because people would ask, what are you gonna do with that thing?
Yeah.
Like, what are you gonna do? And I'm like, I'm gonna get rid of it. I mean, there are no conveyors in this map. This is just mostly me and my squirrel brain. Just going, I need to fix this.
Mm-hmm. I was about to ask about dock entries, but I guess you just answered that question by moving that truck. So, does this entry give a line of sight on the door?
Both of these will give a line of sight onto there. So if you want both, you can have both.
No, I meant yeah, okay.
Or if like you take this, it gives you access to this back half, but you still have to fight for over here.
I was talking about like if is there a line of sight from dock 2 to the wide door into the container, and I believe there is.
Yeah, from here to here. Yeah.
No, from dock 2 into the wide door on the container. Yeah, not the one on bomb sites. The other one. Yeah, this one. Yeah.
There is. Yeah, this will be a pretty powerful one to breach.
Yeah,
like,
definitely.
You're gonna be able to see anybody up here. You can be able to see anybody in the doorway.
Can you go into office really quick and look at dock?
Yeah, I haven't organized them yet.
Can you?
Yeah, you can see this. Like you can totally kick this guy from the side.
From the other side.
Yeah, you can hit. You can hit 1. 2 is kind of hard.
Yeah, I guess if you go.
Yeah, you'd have to be like on this board.
Okay. That should be fine, I guess.
Or like crouched right here. It's kind of a weird angle.
Yeah, it's gonna cause a little bit of a pixel peak, maybe. It looks a little scary from dock.
That's not real. I don't like. That's an annoying peak. I don't think that's a pixel peak. Pixel
it's
peak
not
would imply that you can't see them. Like if there was a cargo container like right here, and you could like wiggle out between the two, and like that would be what we're talking about is pixel peak. You're looking through this tiny slit. Yeah, I like this little like cubby hole up here that you can get into. It helps you cover dock. But it's like if they push you too much, you're just kind of screwed. The only thing I don't like about this is there's no way for... I gotta think. Because I want people to get up into the shelving area. Like from over here. Maybe I think I just wrap this around. Yeah, I know what to do. Yeah. Just wrap him around. We go like that, and then I'll put a board here later, or some way to get up there. I just want a way for people to be able to get up here and like run around, so you can get into office that way. So it's like if you're down here, the only way to get to over here is to run all the way around the map, because that's annoying. Yeah, we're like what, 2.5 hours into this, and I'm like not even done with containers and stuff. Like this is why. Yeah, no, I'm saying this is why you don't see stuff like this more often, because I have to do so much. There's so much thought that has to go into how do these things look, how does this set up? Because none of these prefabs are like, none of these objects are set up to be like this. Like, I have to come up with all of these rules by myself.
Yeah.
And like make all of these things and account for a whole, like, even just coming up with this shape took 2 people, like whoever it was in chat that suggested this. Like, I probably would not have thought of that. I probably would have just been like, it's not worth the time and effort. I'm gonna just chuck it out and do something simpler. But it was like, hey, you came up with a solution that was good for this, so we're using it. But now that now that the solution for this is here, if I do this again, I already know what to do, so it'll take less time.
Well, that's a good question for this map. If you're sitting in between these 2 crates, like next to bomb.
Yeah.
About here, can you wall bang onto bomb?
Oh, absolutely.
Ooh.
It's set to thick, so you'll need a higher powered weapon. But yes, you absolutely can, and I think that's fine because you need to clear this out.
Yeah. Interesting.
Because like, if you like, you have to clear out this side of the map. You have to clear this angle right here. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to defuse. And if you're at this angle, well, you're going to see this dude too.
That's true. And which way is the bomb facing? Oh, okay.
Yeah, so he's exposed.
Yeah, from this side, but not from the other side.
Yeah, from this half of the map, but not the other side of the map.
So from the other side, you're actually blocked with the bomb. So if you hide behind it, you cannot get shot. I guess you could get shot from.
Yeah, you could.
You could go wall bang from there at least.
You could defuse here, but like you're still gonna get shot from a dude in this corner. Like I said, you have to clear that side of the map in order to defuse. Now you could just chuck a smoke grenade right here and say, just whatever. Like you can't see me. I'm gonna defuse and wiggle around. But yeah, this dude will be here, but he still has to guess where you are. And I believe Vince got rid of the hit markers if you wall bang.
I don't think that's deployed yet, but it's definitely...
Yeah, it's incoming.
It's coming, yeah. That's coming. I saw it on the internal patch note list.
Yeah. I mean,
only for enemy hit markers, though. You will still hear friendly hit markers.
Oh, you get the friendly ones, though.
Could you bang from office too? Yes?
No. You're going through too many hitboxes.
Oh, because there are 2 walls.
Yeah, you're going through 2 walls, and the hitboxes are too great. Like this one, thick, and this one's set to thick, and this one's set to thick, and you're firing through a floor.
There's also a nerf for wallbang incoming, by the way, but well, more fixed than a nerf, really.
Yeah, so like the angle you're talking about here is firing through 3 different thick hitboxes, and no bullet can do that.
Yeah.
So you can't sit up here and just shoot straight down. I need to fix this. It's so annoying. But like right now the only angle you're gonna be able to do is up here shooting down at an angle. And even then I question if you're gonna be able to do it or not, because you're gonna go through this floor, which is set to thick.
Yeah.
No, this is set to the very thick, so technically no, you're not gonna be able to wallbang this. Like you would have to like get your bullet through this little slit right here.
Oh, okay.
But even then, that's 2 hitboxes, and I don't think you're gonna be able to do it. Okay. If none of those existed, like you might be able to do it, but you're just shooting through too many hitboxes. You also have to remember there's this floor, and then there's a roof below it. So now that I think about it, no.
Yeah, you're not gonna be able to, right. It's 2 layers because it's.
Yeah, so you're shooting through 3 hitboxes. There's no way.
That's too many.
I forgot about the roof. If it was just the other 2, you might have been able to do it with like the mop or something, or the saber. But
damage would be really low. Yeah.
Well, it'd be 50%. But yeah, you're just not able to shoot through 3 thick hitboxes with anything.
Yeah. Freezer walls are extra thick, right?
No,
No,
Not anymore.
I
They
don't
used
think-
to be.
They used to be.
They
Okay.
used to be. I don't think
I
they're
mean,
anymore. I think.
Back in the
I
day,
think-
they used to be ballistic, I believe.
Oh, you couldn't even wall charge through them.
Yeah, yeah. That's what I was.
But yeah,
thinking.
we changed that and normalized the thickness of all the walls
Mhm.
to make more sense. Because it's like you couldn't really tell that there was a freezer on the other side of that, and you just try to wall bang it, and you'd be like, I didn't know that was freezer, and you'd be wondering why you didn't get a kill. So like this is why you'll see like you know how in Kill House when there's a vault and the exterior like the walls of the vault are all the same on both sides. It's so you can tell that hey this is ballistic. Like you can't shoot through this wall. You know what I'm saying? Like how the vault walls are all shiny on both sides. So when you're on the inside of a level, so like if this like if vault is here, right? Like if this is vault, like when you're running around the outside of it, you can actually tell that you're running around outside of vault because it's all metallic. That's what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
I'll have to hand make my little custom exit over here later, which is again more hand making things because none of these things are official.
Yeah, and the all toxic, like the, what do you call them? Full floor toxic or whatever.
Oh, it's the 2-floor toxics.
2-floor toxic are still in the. This is one of your earlier experiments actually, which is now developed over a few weeks, I guess.
Yeah, I'm actually quite happy with how it's turned out. I'm actually at to the point where I will probably start making clusters for it, just so it's easier for me to make because I spend so much time making them. But yeah, I've gotten a lot of good feedback about the 2-floor only toxic. I've gotten a lot of good feedback about it, so I'll probably just like I'll work on making that an official thing that generates instead of me having to hand make it.
Yeah,
so
I
like
think they're good. They're a good like set piece.
Yeah.
They're memorable. Will they replace the regular toxic ones, or will you have?
You'll probably still get the regular toxic ones, but I need to make these. I need to make like actual pieces for the 2 only toxic. And look, this is a rare shelving power.
Oh, that's a good question. Is the freezer door also thick?
Not sure about the door.
Because the door might be extra thick, which would be a bit weird.
No, it does have a custom add-all, so there's a high likelihood.
Now, Sandwich is claiming the walls are very, very thick in freezer.
Interesting, because remember, they use the same walls, bro.
That's true.
It's all wall breach generic, bro.
You probably misremembered something.
And remember,
earlier.
Sandwich, we got rid of the overrider, so that doesn't exist anymore.
And Sandwich, you should know. You're the one making CSTO maps.
This is why I'm the senior.
Fair enough.
But yeah, it should just be like it's all using wall breach generic. Like you can go look. It used to override, but we got rid of the overriders. So, but yeah, this is set to very thick, by the way. So this door chunky. So freezer door does have a thicker hitbox than the other doors, but it's made out of metal. So.
Hey, Angotel, welcome to the stream. We're doing well. I hope you did well as well.
I need to make something.
When we're tired, as usual, for the stream. It's just a theme for this stream to be tired. Yeah, more containers.
We love containers.
So can we enter those as well, or will they just
No.
be covered? Okay.
No, this is just covered.
But now you can you have like a pathway surround, like going around them as well.
Yep.
So it's more of a maze. But it's gonna be fun to play in. There's gonna be a lot of like running around gonna happen here, I imagine. With people trying to get an angle on each other.
Yeah, I mean, this is just an experiment. I want to see
Yeah.
what people think about it. The thing that I'm worried about is that this will just end up feeling like shelving. Because like, let's look at the shapes that I'm using.
Yeah, it's very similar.
It's extremely similar
But you
to
cannot
shelving. The only
get into the
difference is that
shelf.
yeah, the only difference is you can now run inside of these things. That's the difference between this and this.
Yeah.
But like, is it worth it? I don't know. That's why we're making it and finding out. Like, people wanted to see kind of the feeling of the old like warehouse whatever area with the cargo containers. This is kind of this isn't like exactly it. The other one didn't have this little tunnel, but I thought it was interesting, so I put it in.
Hmm. So I'm gonna open or gonna start the battle of the level designers here, because Sandwich said he looked in editor and literally every wall in C store is very thick.
Then all C-store walls are very thick. It's not unique to fucking Freezer, bro. That was the question. Is Freezer thicker than the other ones?
I mean, he
no.
joined in late. He missed the question. He was like,
Yeah, okay,
replying
yeah, like,
to
yeah,
an offhand
they're all
comment.
like, I'm pretty sure these are very thick too. But the question was, is the freezer walls thicker? And it's like, no.
So
Like,
every wall.
they're all the same.
So these walls are very thick as well.
Yeah, like, they're all the same prefab. They're all this thing called wall breach generic. And like, if I go into him, like his hitbox wall is such a very thick. They're all the same. That's what this is what I was trying to say. Is all of their hitboxes are the same. Like, we used to have an overrider that would change them. So like, there used to be a point where freezer was ballistic.
Yeah.
And you couldn't even wall charge through it. That used to be a thing, but it was very confusing because
it was very
there was
confusing.
there was no way to tell. It was just like a thing you had to remember, because like C-store used to be, freezers were not wall chargeable, but shed was, so you could wall charge an exterior wall and you couldn't wall charge an interior wall, and it was very confusing.
it was very confusing. Absolutely. I'm very happy we got rid of that.
Me too. I kind of miss the breachable shed though. That was pretty fun.
Yeah. I mean,
technically, not technically, it's an interior wall.
Yeah. Yeah, that was cool for sure.
It felt like a gotcha.
Yeah, I guess it was a little bit unintuitive as well, so it makes sense to get rid of it. But would be, I mean, we have this system now where
it's true.
breachable
we do
walls
have
are
a system, yeah.
gray and unbreachables are black, right?
So it could come back.
Could come back, but it's not. I don't think a lot of people.
It wouldn't be retroactive. Yeah, it wouldn't be retroactive though if we didn't bring it back. Yeah. It wouldn't be retroactive because we have to replace the entire cluster that gets spawned in.
Yeah.
It's like that wall segment. Like, we would have to swap it out, and like, it's all kinds of bad. Yeah, so see what I mean? Like, this and this feel similar already.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so it's like, why should I put forth what makes this area unique versus this? It's like, well, right now the unique portion is this, but that's it. It's like, I would want them to feel more unique than that. So like, you'll probably see a different variation of this in another map this week that doesn't have this tunnel along the side, and it's probably just the containers, but you can like run through the ones in the middle.
Someone wants to be able to breach from storage on top of the containers, like put
you can
something.
Already do that.
No, yeah, but you need something in the room to.
I will do that.
Yeah, that's what they were asking for.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, perfect.
Now you can do this.
Oh, that's a interesting wall charge actually.
But I mean, you can just go through office, but maybe this lets you get in quicker. But like, yep. It's like, I can do that.
The plank will not be destroyed by the wall charge, right?
Correct.
It will block your movement though if you're coming from that angle.
Yes, it'll block. You'll bonk your head on it, but there's enough room for like somebody to stand here. You see, he's got more than enough room. That's enough for 2 people ish.
Yeah. I mean, there's no player collision, so.
I'm just saying that's how wide it is.
Yeah,
so.
yeah.
Yeah, these two feel so similar to me. But yeah, the difference is this is 2-floor. This is literally a 2-floor area.
Yeah, it is. I think it like thanks to the
Yeah, the lattice.
catwalk thing, it's kind of readable actually. So it's not. It's a good
Yeah,
solution.
I think it looks more like this with the dots
Mm-hmm.
on the map screen, but even then, like you can kind of tell there's a thing here.
Yeah, it's probably still fine.
And when you zoom in, like you'll see it. Like, oh, there's a lattice here.
Yeah. And
But
then
I mean, if I get
you can still like if you're not unsure what this is all about, you can still switch to set
Yeah, you
map
can just
view,
go
and like
this,
if you
and it'll be
compare
like,
the two,
"Uh-huh."
it makes it really obvious.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's actually I mean, it's gonna be
The
gonna be a
problem is
pain for
getting
people who don't switch, but
Yeah, exactly. Problem is getting the people that like to sit in one view mode to go, hey, what's going on here?
Yeah, the planks really help as well. Someone just mentioned to make it obvious that you can get on top.
Yeah, like when it's just
absolutely.
like hovering here, you're like, what
Yeah.
the fuck? But
Yeah.
yeah, I think right here is where I think
Yeah.
where it shows.
Yeah.
So I need to
Yeah, I
patch-
wonder if this ends up being different enough to shelving to warrant its own room.
I'm gonna do a bunch of different variations. I don't think the version that I made right now would be it because it requires so much content editing. But
Okay.
there's like one or two more that I haven't, like one or two more potential variants of that room that I have in mind. It won't be a I'll just draw it.
Okay.
So in my head, the other variant, let's say this is the room. The way it's gonna work is you'll have cargo. The only places cargo containers will be in the center, and they'll be kind of like this. They'll just be spread out evenly, and then you'll just be able to go. You'll be able to go in the sides like that, right? Like that's how it'll be.
Okay, yeah. And
So
will
you
bomb
can-
be there, or will bomb be somewhere else?
a bomb could be anywhere. I don't care. Like, remember, I'm more worried about how does this room spawn and what does it feel like and what does it play like. I don't care the bomb is here because I can put bomb anywhere. But it's like it would basically just be like an organizational room, like a store, like again a storage place. We're trying to get away from this being a storage place. But
this is not a warehouse; it's like, a factory.
Yeah, it's like they're storing cargo containers in here. All the doors are like flipped. This door is flipped open here. This door is flipped open here. Same thing with all of these other ones.
Yeah.
Oh God, but yeah, it's like all the doors are just flipped open, so you can run around outside and you have all these really long lines of sight, or you can dip in and go through these really narrow, these narrow corridors here, and run through these tiny areas to avoid
Could be an interesting set piece
lines
for sure.
of sight. So you're like zigzagging through these things, and there'd be cover in here. So this would be another place for like shotguns to play. Like I imagine this is a very tight, almost claustrophobic place to play in because you just have all of these looming cargo containers above your head. It's like that's the other version of this that I want to try. So it's more like you weaving these big tall sets rather than having this like snaking tunnel, because to me it just feels too similar to shelving to warrant further experimentation. Like it's cool, don't get me wrong, I'm gonna make it, but like it just feels too similar to shelving, so I'd rather try something else. So like,
I agree, probably not. Like it's gonna be fun, but it's probably not worthwhile to make it a
so like
thing in this iteration.
So we'll get one custom map like this. You'll get your fun little container tunnel snakes hallway, and then that'll be it. But like having made it fully, like I think it'll be fun, but I don't think it's different enough from shelving, because like again we're looking at the same image here, and it's like you can see the parallels. It's like I'm running around.
Insert these are the same image meme.
Yeah, exactly.
Same pictures.
Like, the only difference is you can go under shelving in containers.
Yeah.
So I think the solution is to be something different. Certainly looks neat, but okay. I need to patch this hole up. I keep saying that and I keep forgetting because I get asked questions. I had to make sure to get the danger one. there, and nobody is the wiser.
This looks a little weird from the other side, to be honest.
Danger.
Danger. Yeah, that makes sense.
There you go. It's fine now.
Yeah.
Here we'll there. Professional.
It's really fitting that it says danger. Like, that's just, that makes a lot of sense.
There's another one. I'll do this one. Yeah, condemned. Actually, no. Is there? Yeah, that's the one I wanted.
It's a bit smaller, but still big enough. So
stay away. You kind of see it, but I don't think it's a problem.
no, it's fine. I mean, yeah, you can pull it down a little bit. You will still be able to see it if you're looking from the bottom, but doesn't really matter.
Oh, it's because this isn't flush. Hot damn.
This isn't what? What?
It's not flush to the wall.
Oh.
Yeah, because you could stand right here and look up, and it would break occlusion at that point because that slit is so small.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're fine here. Why is this green? Is that just the texture? It is the texture. Okay, I can't use that one.
Yeah, that looks weird. The orange bars.
Yeah, it's probably just an old texture I'm probably not supposed to be using. There, the Iliad one. Yeah, because it looks fine on this one, but it's just the inside looked weird.
I mean, usually you're not inside of them, so.
Yeah. Yeah, there we go, we're fine now.
You did not... Wait, did you apply the texture to the other wall?
Which one?
Go inside again. Yeah, this one, like the one behind you now? To your right, this one?
There is
Or is
none.
that... Oh, that's the other... Oh, that's the factory wall.
That's an exterior wall.
I
Yeah.
see,
I
okay.
got rid of all these walls just so you can
Yeah.
tell that, hey, you're by the exterior. I could
Yeah.
add the...
It also...
I could turn them back on, but like it's gonna look weird because I need the hole right here. I mean, I
It
don't know.
also makes it... Like, if there are two, it's harder to wall bang, right?
Yeah, if I add the other one back in, it will be harder to wall bang. So if I like on... Yeah, you're gonna get clipping through.
Yeah,
this
just remove
pillar.
them, it's fine.
This is another reason why, again, it's kind of jank doing this, so like I'm probably not going to do this again. Just because it is so weird and there's a lot of edge cases and things I don't, it's just like, this is weird.
Yeah. Fun little experiment, but probably nothing, like not in that, not this, will not be a thing in the future in this exact variation,
Yeah,
at least.
exactly.
We'll see how the other one works out. That seems to be more unique, the thing you drew a few minutes ago.
Yeah. Ooh, I don't even know if I can put that in here. This is real tight. Let's put these in here. Yeah, this will work.
Yeah, that's better. Yeah, give it some cover.
Yep.
To make it a little bit more interesting to play in for sure.
Yep, just a little bit of cover. It doesn't need to be much, just a place to hide.
Yeah, but these containers will be shotgun city. Like,
Oh, absolutely. There are gonna be shotguns and knacks in here like crazy. I think this will be a good map to actually use the auto shotgun to cover bomb, because you can just hang out in this area.
oh yeah, and then you
And then if
can
you
just
just
run over.
yeah,
Oh
you just
yeah,
run right into bomb room and just murder them.
I didn't even think about auto shotgun, but yeah, auto shotgun is really strong here. Probably.
Maybe, I don't know. That's I mean anywhere with CQC is really good for auto shotgun. And this
Fair.
is a pretty heavy CQ. I mean, you could even sit up here at the auto shotgun, like, and just
Then jump down.
burp. Like I said, you're gonna have to clear this slot out one way or
Yeah.
another. All right. Let's see. I like cargo containers. I think it's patched. I think it's all good now, unless I've forgotten something.
I mean, looks good to me, but you're the expert, so.
Let's give this dude another texture. Oh God, stop.
What did you do?
That's the high. That's bomb.
Oh.
That's the highlight area. Here, I'll show you. So here's bomb.
Yeah. Stay.
It's the glow on the map screen.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it's highlighting.
Looks weird if you apply texture to it.
Yeah, it looks real dumb. It's the same thing with ceiling lights. So if I just looks real weird.
I mean, being able to go into these containers is a big distinction to shelving, but still, it's probably better to put it in a different layout. Yeah.
Well, no, I think the going into the cargo containers is the point of the room. You want that.
Yeah.
You want people to go into those because it is a CQC area. That's what makes cargo containers interesting, in my opinion. So, do they need to be up against the wall to get that feel? I don't think so. I think the room would work better if there were more. If it was like I drew, where it's like
exactly, like in a different layout.
Yeah, it's just a different layout. I think the concept of running inside them to do something neat is what makes the room appealing. So yeah, if it was like
you said, you have one more idea for them though, right?
No, it was just that.
Oh, okay.
I had 2 ideas total, which was
what I'm doing now.
Total,
and not
this.
two.
Yeah, sorry, it was bad wording, but yeah, so it would be like this, right? Just have your doors open. Actually, it's easier to just do the green lines. So yeah, when you play it, it'll be something like that. You know, they might be lined up, they might be opposite. Like which doors are open is just up to level generators. So you might get shit like that. You know, shit like this, or maybe there's one that has both of them open and it's just like it's a cubby hole you can hide in. Like, there's also
I think that would be more unique from shelving. If it would not have shelving, then okay, fine. But
yeah, and then maybe some of them aren't open at all and they're just a big blocker.
Yeah.
But like that's kind of the idea that's in my head right now. It's double stacks of cargo containers, maybe a quad stack, so you have this like big open under. I don't know, but like
I mean, you could still snake a few of them together, but yeah, I would not like.
It's easier to understand if it's like this. Like the
that's
less.
True.
That's like true. I remember I have to keep the concept simple.
Yeah.
And at that point, I don't need to do any of that weird over-under shit that I was doing earlier, like putting the catwalk, cargo, whatever, the map visible stuff. Like, I don't need to do... Oops. Ooh, what did I do? What layers are turned on here? What's going on? There we go. But yeah, like, I won't have to do this stuff.
Yeah.
It'll all just look like this. Like these big tall things that you can look into.
Yeah.
Because you still need to know the height of them, because if like... So, if containers in its current iteration bumps up against shelving, like what happens? Is there like the shelving backs up against the edge of these things? Like how does that look? That's weird. The two rooms don't relate in an interesting way. However, if shelving butts up against containers and it's the way that I drew, it's like, well, now it's really hard you can't shoot through the containers room because it has all of these really tall things. And you have to check all of these individual cargo containers that somebody could be hiding in, and it becomes very difficult. So like these two rooms now relate to each other in some interesting way.
Yeah.
Rather than just being basically carbon copies of each other, and you can just go under these.
Yeah.
So I think it's more interesting if they have a better identity than just it's shelving, but you can go inside.
Yeah, absolutely.
I was about to ask you what a forklift was, because I couldn't remember the name of the thing that I wanted. I'm like, what's that thing with wheels that picks shit up?
Yeah, I know that feeling. Sometimes they're just words that slip your
What
mind.
are you?
Like,
Okay. I think south side of the map is done. I just need to do storage and toxic now. Storage, toxic, and office. Storage won't take me long. Toxic won't take me long. Office won't take me long. So maybe like another 20 minutes.
okay, that's fine.
I need to do something important though. Leopard rifle or rifle leopard? I'm thinking leopard rifle. What does chat think? So get leopard rifle or rifle leopard.
I think leopard rifle makes more sense. It's a rifle you shoot leopards with, I guess, or a rifle that shoots leopards.
Oh no!
One of the two.
That sounds horrifying. I'm keeping it.
I think that sounds amazing.
A leopard rifle. It's just shoots leopards out of its fucking just.
Yep.
Wow.
I never said it's full auto, but
I look. It has to be full auto. It's just
Okay.
a shitload of leopards flying through the air trying to eat your face.
60 RPM,
Wonderful.
1 leopard a second.
Do you have to like feed them? Like what kind of ammo dispenser are we talking on this thing? Like is it a tiny leopard or a full size one?
It's baby leopards.
I have a feeling there's gonna be a lot of like animal rights groups that are not gonna be happy with this weapon.
Chad thinks leopard rifle, by the way.
Okay, good. I saved it as leopard rifle, so
Yep,
thank you,
perfect.
chat. You chose correctly. Alright, cool.
Yeah, new weapon for attackers leaked.
Yeah, new attacker weapon leaks,
Yep.
leopard rifle. Okay.
I just love the naming system, the one for the maps and the one for the squads. Like it's such
Yep.
a minor and easy to do thing, but it creates so many interesting
Just really
combinations.
dumb,
It's just-
really dumb stuff. It's great.
Yeah.
I'm still waiting for Bizarre Adventure so we can get our JoJo on. Like all the collective JoJo fans that play will just be like, I see you. Alright, so let's do toxic. So I need to put the door up here. God, I remember making all of these assets, man. I don't know if I want the door there or on the other side. I think I'm gonna put it on the other side.
What other side are you talking about? Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm just flipping it.
Yeah.
Fuck my fancy movement. I forgot about the wall. That's one thing Ozzy catches me on a lot is when this happens and I don't notice, and it's just a staircase just terminating into a dumpster. I hate these.
Sorry.
These
bumped my
dumpsters are
mic.
so annoying sometimes.
I guess I get in the way, yeah.
Okay, here we go. I just didn't want it so if you blew this up, you could just sit out here and carve that angle up. So it's a little sharper now, so you can only see like right here.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Oh, I know what I want to do. This is one of those moments where it's like I half saw through the matrix as I knew how I wanted people to move through this room, but it's like as I get in here, it's like, oh, okay. What I'm gonna do is the path to get here is actually gonna be this, but there'll be the jump part will be right here.
Okay.
So if you want the fast route, you have to do the little bit of platforming.
Yeah, but those jumps, I saw someone complaining about them earlier that they're because some of them are apparently harder than others.
You don't have to take them. There's always a way around. They're meant to be dicey. That's the feeling of the room. Like you don't have I always give you a path that you don't have to jump. Because I learned that lesson already. If I make it required, it feels like shit.
Oh, that's actually a good point from chat. Is there a line of sight? Like you can shoot through the toxic fences. Like, can you get on shelving and shoot the red door?
Like yeah, you can totally do that.
That's pretty nasty wallbang spot.
You've been able to do that on any map that has a doorway into toxic.
I mean, fair point.
This isn't new. This isn't new.
It's a fair point. I just never encountered a situation where
it's like I could do this and fix it easy. Like
yeah, but then you can shoot it from.
No, you can't.
Yeah. Okay, that works.
I mean, you can do this now. But I mean, I can play this game. I can play this game all day. Like here you go, it's blocked. Like I just slapped a piece of cover in there just to have it there. I hadn't figured out where it was gonna be yet. But it's like, yeah, if I don't want that to happen, here's your spot. Because now you can't hit it at all until you get to about here, and then you can see the sliver.
Oops, I think the stream just lagged out. What? It's lagging. I think your internet connection is.
I can hear you perfectly. Can you hear me?
No, yeah, I hear you fine. Just the visual stream.
Oh, the upstream?
Lagging out. It's not actually, like, usually it does the thing where it eats all the bitrate, but it's just lagging right now. So I see you moving for 2 seconds, and then it's freezing for 2 seconds. And it's alternating between
That's weird.
Yep. Maybe, well, we'll give it a few seconds. If it doesn't get better, maybe try restarting the stream.
Sure.
No, still. I'm gonna try restarting the stream first. Wait. Can I go to here without this, please? Okay, transition. Oh, actually, I think it just fixed itself. So I guess we swap back. There we go.
Oh, I can't do that. Fuck.
Okay, and now you snake it all the way back to the other entry.
Yep. Correct.
Is there a reason you're using the see-through catwalks instead of the solid one?
It's so the light from the toxic pits comes up, and it just feels cooler because you can see like as you're walking, you
toxic
below you. It's a feeling thing, and I don't need to. It feels better. Like the hitboxes on it doesn't change, but it doesn't really matter. Yeah, I'm gonna do the thing again.
Yeah, I was waiting for it.
It's the best solution. Yeah, it's the best solution, and I love it.
Wait, does it actually? Wait. Yeah, I guess it would work. Yeah.
Yeah, this is a pretty simple room. It's just you run around the edge.
Yeah. Are you do the gap here, right next to the door? Ooh.
Yep. But I mean, really, all you have to do is just get on this and go boop.
Would you be able to make it in one jump, or do you have to get on the plank?
It might be two. I think you can do this in one,
Yeah,
but
it's a bit tight,
I would. It's tight, and I'd have to check it. But I mean, honestly, you should just be able to run straight on this one and make the jump. Like you just run here and go bop, because this is like half a unit, and I'm pretty sure you can jump a full unit, but I'd have to check. Alright, the moment you've all been waiting for. Axsom does really jank stuff.
How do we make this accessible?
But those bars are still in the way. Fucking not anymore.
I mean, I've got to say, like, these toxic jumps would be more scary if toxic would actually be deadly right now.
I know that's not my. That's out of my control though.
Yeah, I know. It's just an annoying bug. It doesn't even change that much in most cases. Like sometimes it's abusable, but for the most part, you're just stuck down there if you fall down and don't end up in a death zone or damage zone. But yeah,
I'm gonna make you do 2 jumps.
so this one is just to be clear here. This jump is only one way, right? Or can you make this from the other side as well?
You should always be able to make them in both directions because you can just jump on the railing.
Oh yeah, if you jump on the railing, yeah. But if you actually go down,
yeah, if you try to do this, it should be one way. But yeah, if you just get up on this, you can just.
Yeah, that should be fair. Getting on the railing is.
But ultimately, if you want to go this way quickly, you have the option. But I mean, the long way is available. Like that's the whole point of the room is there's a shortcut and a not so shortcut. Yeah, this is a pretty basic room. Like I'm gonna just do this.
Kinky Noob wants you to make a lower pit section to hold. That's gonna cause readability issues.
Wait, he wants me to put like a 1F area to run around on?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I mean, I've debated. So the only thing I don't like about Toxic as a 2F only room is it makes it so I can't transition between like Toxic and docks or Toxic and servers or any of the other 1-floor rooms. It must be a 2-floor room that it transfers
so office
to.
or shelving, basically.
Shelving is weird because there's no official door. I think I'm gonna have to like ask Bickle if I can get a custom door made for this.
Yeah.
Or like be like, hey, can you make me a tall fence that looks like it has a hole punched out right here, or looks like you can go from here to here? Like, and he can make that. It's just time and effort. And he's a very busy man, so
yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
like
the current solution works fine. It's a bit janky, but
yeah, off screen, I'll put a thing here. Like it'll be like a bent over fence, but you'll be able to get from here to here by just walking across it. And there's power right here, juicy. This is like one of the rare times I'll ever put power on shelving, since your shelving is accessible from multiple. Like you're gonna be able to get up here, here.
It's kind of a short path from the red door to power, but you have to make 2 jumps. So
yeah, that's why I put 2 here and not 1, because I was like, man, that's really fast.
Yeah, it's easy to defend as well. Like if you're sitting on shelving, like holding this red door is gonna be fairly easy.
if you're sitting right, if you put barbed wire right here and you're just back here in this corner shooting, like sure. Just don't back up too much, because if you get this door, you're gonna get whacked. Let's see. You can see this is the same texture. Like if I zoom in, you can see that I stole it.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is. The immortal trash bag.
Where's that coming from?
It's in the mid ground. This thing
Oh.
doesn't have. Yeah, it's in almost every level, unless we've. Well, everyone that uses mid ground number 1 like always has that thing, unless Sandwicher I find it and delete it. Because it's not set up to auto delete, so it's just like, hi, I'm here. I'm a trash bag in your zone, doing your thing.
Yeah, usually everything in the midground gets deleted when the actual map moves on top of it, basically. But
yeah,
that trash bag apparently.
Yeah, for whatever reason, he just sits there and laughs in the face of oppression. Trying to finish up because I think Duke needs to go outside. He's very grumpy at me.
Give him some pizza.
He's not getting the pizza.
Okay, I don't know what he's referring to, but Sandwich writes, I'm scared of no prop, but that thing, it scares me, talking about the trash bag. What is no prop?
Oh, it's just, I'm actually confused as well. Like, no prop, are you just talking about, like, there's just nothing, like, it's the ones where there's a missing prefab? I know, I get what he's referencing, though. You fucking meet that, it's one of the meet those, it's meet the pyro.
Oh.
Like, I get it, it's okay, I get the joke.
Yeah.
It's a very narrow entry. Hello, should I keep this chat? This is pretty fucking narrow. You have to go like a full tile in before you can start moving left and right.
Yeah, it's pretty narrow.
Should I keep it, chat? I'll let chat pick. Keep the narrow entry. I feel like fucking Dora the Explorer when I ask this. I ask questions to chat. It's just like, where can you point on the screen where the map is? Do we have anything, Pion? Has anybody said anything?
Oh, wait, what?
You have to help. It's okay. Yeah, no. Has anybody said anything? Am I keeping this or deleting it? This is what I want to know. Because if I keep it, it gives you these.
Take the forklift out. Fuck it, do it.
Fucking do it. Like keep it. All right.
Well, 50-50 so far. Place it closer to the window, maybe. Okay.
I can't move it at all. Like this is exactly where it needs to be. If I move it to the left, it's gonna be over the window.
Stick with it. Keep. Okay. I want it to stay.
We're keeping it. Okay, it stays. It was either all or nothing. I'm not just getting rid of the forklift. The real question is how did they get the forklift in here? Because they can't go through here. It's too tall to go into the containers. They can't drive it through this door because the door is too thin, and they can't get it from here. So how did this forklift get here? It is a mystery. Okay, one last room, office, and then we're done. Although office might actually be okay. Because I kind of like this like clean sightline through here. Because it's like, if you do take shelving, you can stand here and just dominate this line of sight.
Yeah, it's a pretty long line of sight.
Okay, I think that's it.
I mean, I guess you could move the bigger tanks to make it a little wider,
Oh, of course.
right?
I could do that.
Yeah,
And give it a little bit more breathing room.
I think that's.
I just want to know if we wanted to be mean, because like that's being mean.
I mean, that would be a really hard green entry because the window's not helping much either. Like,
I mean, let's see what it gets you, right? Like, this is, you can clear out this way, so you know
Okay.
you're gonna know if somebody's shooting at you from this angle.
Fair.
You can cover here. So you enter through here. You have to worry, like you kick it and you can see right here. So it's like, I guess what
I
you're
guess it
worried
doesn't
about.
really make sense.
No, it totally matters. So
Okay.
let's imagine that defenders see this and put like 3 things of barbed wire right here.
Mm-hmm.
Think about what that does. Because now you have to worry about this angle.
Yeah, obviously, but I'm not sure. If,
I mean,
okay,
it-
if you make it wider, it's harder to wire off. So
yeah. So it's like
that's fair.
if I do this, it's harder to barb wire off.
Yeah.
Because now you have to spend like 5 barbed wire right here, and at that point they can just go up and over like
Yeah.
potentially this way. So I don't
That
know.
makes
Like
sense.
the chat told me to keep it, so
Okay. I'm just a little bit worried that this might be a really hard green entrance. But...
I have no idea. It'll probably be a hard green entry, but like people, I see people in level feedback saying that green doors are too easy. So here you go.
Okay.
Whether or not this is a good idea, I don't know. It's already a funky map that's gonna get
Derby
deleted
wants
eventually.
you to move the big ones.
Who else wants to? Let's get a tally. Let's do the other question. Do you want me to move the storage tanks? Because I think these here are fine. Do I move the storage tanks? We'll ask chat again.
Yeah,
Do
I think the
move
forklift one is fine because it's not actually.
Do you want me to
yeah.
move it? Do you want me to move it like that or that? So do I move the big tanks? Put that into chat.
Angotil wants you to move it a little bit. Yeah, it seems like they want it to be moved, but only a bit.
So are we getting majority as move it?
Yeah.
We'll move it. All right, there you go. Oh yeah, little boy stays. Little tank stays. So one last thing before I go. No more super long 2x4s. Telling you though, these planks are like the best for getting people around.
Yeah, they're getting a lot of views recently.
Thanks, Zach. Pretty sure he's the one that made the plank. Problem is I can't like make a shitload of these, or people are gonna hide under it and like.
Oh yeah,
I guess that's
true.
It might not be the end of the world, but I don't want to like deal with people
It's
being
probably
like.
hard to predict that someone could be there. I mean, I guess those are penetratable, right?
Yeah, I just mean like. Doing that, right?
Yeah.
Like having a solid wall of them, because then you're like, all right, I can be nefarious and be under here and be a bad boy.
It would be a fun angle.
You might also just fucking die.
Yeah, and they're just gonna shoot it.
No, the explosion.
Oh, the explosion. Oh, yeah, it might be too close actually.
You might
It's
get
3
hit
tiles,
in the.
isn't it?
Yeah, I don't remember. Like that's 2 technically. Like Docs is 2, isn't it? Oh no,
Yeah.
it's 4. Yeah, so 1, 2, 3, 4.
I guess
so
if you
probably
stick
be
far enough
safe.
back, you should be fine.
Yeah, but yeah, we're not gonna do that.
I'm not sure what he's referring to, but Derby says you also forgot to make the forklift a truck.
What?
Okay, you don't know either. Okay, perfect.
I forgot to make the forklift the truck.
Forklifted truck. I don't know. Probably a truck that's held up by a forklift. I'm not sure if you talked about it before. Truck truck lifted by forklifts. Oh, like multiple ones. Yeah, okay. I think I remember a discussion about that.
I know he's Is this just like, dude? I'm gonna do that in the other one. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm doing it in the other one.
In one level.
But yes, I know what you're talking about. just like it's too tall though. Because look at the height of the Forky versus the height of the thing. Like I can't
You
do
have
it.
to
It's too
make
tall.
the Forky bigger.
I mean, I could, but I mean, this is what I wanted to do, where I just
Okay.
I turn the bottom layer off, and it feels like this mountain of fucking shit being held up by like 7 forklifts. Just like we're holding up the world, we're Atlas holding the world on our shoulders. Then you can just run below here, and you're just like, what the fuck is happening? I'm totally doing it. I am totally doing. It's gonna look dumb as fuck, but I'm totally doing it. I just gotta make sure you can move. I might have to scale the forkies a bit to make it, so you can run under there. But I'm totally doing it. It'll look weird on the map though, because you're like, why are all these fucking forklifts here? And then you'll you'll toggle on the other mode, and it's like, oh. Okay, I think we're good, because this reads like you can get here.
Yeah, that's readable. Let me take a look. Yeah, it should be fine. I mean, it's bomb room doesn't read amazing, but as soon as you move around a little bit,
I'm just gonna call it's the derby problem, because
it's
these damn crossbars.
Yeah, I mean, true. They definitely.
Like, it's the same thing over here.
Yeah.
Like the office needs a custom map texture, a custom map visible texture that's just the edges.
Yeah.
Or excuse me, all it is it's a post like this. That's all it is. It's like that. It's like a little U. That way, if they're bunched up together, because the important bits of this mesh are actually the right here is actually important, because when there's 4 of them together, it becomes a pillar. So that's actually important.
Okay.
It just needs to be like all of these, like all the top pieces just needs to die. So it's just the pillars and the under pieces, and that's it. But like all these top crossbars can just go away. But I don't have the power to edit those meshes, so I gotta wait for art team to do it. And they're very busy right now making the new shelving.
Yeah, still looking forward to that quite a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, I saw some pieces of it in one of the art meetings I stumbled into. So
yeah.
Looking cool.
It's looking real good. All right, cool. I think that does it. I think we're done.
Awesome.
Good old leopard rifles.
Leopard rifle. Look forward to it. Should be in the game on Friday if nothing goes completely
This one
wrong.
I'm gonna have to probably bake like 2 or 3 times just to make sure that there's lighting in these areas.
I'll call it today. This is gonna be a map in the DreamHack final.
Oh god, I'll fucking die. Maybe we'll just get Ozzy to blacklist it.
I mean, it's not like there is a prize for anything. It will fine. We'll all have a laugh. But
oh yeah, here it is. You can actually see all the pieces right here.
I mean, I guess there's some bragging rights for winning the DreamHack tournament, but
yeah, this was the old office for those that haven't seen it. It's literally one of the other cargo containers. It's the smaller ones. I don't know if any of the prop passes still work. Oh, the interior one did. Does the exterior one work? Nope.
Wait, is there a bed in the office? Did you break it? Did you save before? Oh, good.
Oh, I saved. We're already leopard rifle, but it hung, and I was like, oh no, please don't do this to me. I'm scared. Yeah, all the other things don't work. So yeah, old pieces of deprecated stuff that we used to use. But yeah, that was old office. If you want to look at the size comparisons, where's the level? All right, it's up there. Like size comparison, real quick for those wondering like how we changed and improved office. So like this is the current office, right? It's like what, a 4x8? Yeah, this is old office.
Oh, yeah.
Significantly smaller.
Yeah.
But yeah, we boosted the size of this bad boy. All right, cool.
Cool.
That's all I got.
Let's call it a day then. Yeah, so this was making maps on Monday with Axsom and our lead level designer and me, TH Pine. And tomorrow will be another making map stream if nothing goes wrong. with a Sandwich, our other level designer, and Smith.
Yeah, Sando.
And they're probably gonna do C-stores or kill houses or both. And on Wednesday, as usual, I will do community hours, QA. So all the questions that did not get an answer today come back on Wednesday. And well, we'll see that the other stream, the dev team practice, sometimes a little bit unreliable, but it's supposed to be on Tuesday and Thursday night, so you can see Tripnell and Ozzy and the others doing some training. So check that out as well. The full stream schedule is below the stream on Twitch, or it's pinned in the Discord channel as well, the stream announcement Discord channel. So yeah, give it a look, follow the channel, and you get notified. And I think that's about it. Oh yeah, because people have asked about it, there will not be, I guess it would have been there already if it if it were, but there will not be an update today. Usually Monday is our game update day, but there will not be one today because of holiday. We'll see if we get one tomorrow. It might have to be delayed. We'll find out tomorrow. I can't make any promises about that right now. We'll figure something out this week though. So
should definitely be coming this week, but
there should be something coming this week
NVIDIA,
in some
stop it.
form or shape. And obviously, as usual, the map update on Friday with this map in it. And
you can tell me how awful it is.
Yeah. I actually think you'll get somewhat positive feedback about it, honestly, because it's just going to be fun and unique because it's new. But
yeah, everybody likes it because it's new.
Yeah,
like whenever I make something like this, I always expect a certain amount of positive feedback because it's new, and I try to ignore. I don't ignore positive feedback, but like if I can tell that you're just like, oh, you just like it because it's new, I just kind of ignore it because it's like, all right, I'm gonna do this a couple more times. Now give me the real feedback.
Yeah. And last but not least, remember that this weekend is the DreamHack tournament. So that's gonna be streamed on the this is Saturday and Sunday. On the upcoming weekend. So that's gonna be streamed on the DPL channel. So follow twitch.tv/2processleague, which is our community league for this game. And it's gonna be fun. I think that's about it. So let's call it a day. I forgot. I want to figure out who we can rate. We need someone to rate. Who do we rate?
Thanks for dropping by, everybody. Hopefully this this peek behind the curtain of how to make a new thing was interesting.
Absolutely.
If you like this and you want to see more of it, I mean, just let Pion know. Mention it in level chat. Like doing these things. If people are interested in seeing like new things like this being made in existing tile sets, I can do more of this. Won't be like every week, but like, this is kind of this is a new kind of like new territory of like, are people interested in seeing me fuck around and make new things?
Absolutely.
And swear like a sailor.
We're gonna raid one of our 2Process partners, Control. So say hi to him. And Axsom and me will be out for today. So bye bye. Tune in next time. Until then.
Bye guys. See you next week.
One, I'm sleeping at 39. This is one, I'm sleeping at 39. 75 Frank.